I gotta move my foot.
Hello, this is Joe,
I'm M.
and this is still saying yes to us.
Harlow says hi too.
Yes, Harlow's the gray Chateau kitty. All right, in this video, we're going to talk about
Why we decided we wanted to be married, or what was it about us that made it about you and about me to you?
Well, here's the thing. This is when we first met at Muskegon Muskegon College. Sorry, we'll go into that high school thing later.
No,
No,
we're skipping high school.
Okay, yeah, okay, maybe later. But anyway, what it was is at that time, I was just becoming, I guess, aware of myself.
Self-aware?
Yeah, self-aware. And I had many friends that were, there was one friend that he was in a serious relationship at the time. And I was always looking to be in a relationship, but I didn't know what that meant.
Okay.
So I ran into you
multiple
times on one day.
And we stopped.
And that's the big thing is I stopped.
Yeah.
Because you asked me to.
You listened. That's the biggest thing. That was like, for me, one of the things that made me so sure I wanted to marry you was your patience and your steadiness.
Okay, thank you.
Those are traits that never went away. You're still patient and steady today. I didn't have that growing up.
Okay.
I saw it with my grandparents, but I never saw it with my parents, and I didn't see it with my aunts, uncles, cousins, and I didn't have siblings. So I didn't see a lot of patience and steadiness in the grown-ups around me. For me, I always knew I wanted a connection like this. This was my hope and dream when I was 8 years old.
I didn't have this as a connection. This was.
But my family fractured when I was 8.
Yeah, that's true. Mine was not. I was looking for something. I was looking for a relationship.
Yeah. I always said I wanted what my grandparents had because they were married 65 years. And my grandfather, even though he was an immigrant from Italy, treated my grandmother with a great deal of respect. She carried a great deal of weight in the house, and he listened to her and valued her and respected her. And that's what I wanted. And I found those qualities in you.
Well, good.
What, like you're surprised?
Yeah, a little bit.
I've always, Joe has patience. He has an untapped well of patience. And I've tapped it. And there have been times I've gotten to the bottom. Close.
Yeah, close.
That's why we have a zoo.
Yes. This is Harlow, a gray chartreuse.
Sorry, cats are a big deal in our house.
They're calming.
Calming when they're not being zooms.
Yes.
When she doesn't have zoomies.
I forget what we were talking about. We talked about the cat. I forgot.
We were talking about qualities that made us want to marry each other.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
We like each other.
Well, the thing was, like, I was looking for somebody like you, but I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea who I was. I was still a child at the time.
Oh, so was I, very much so. When we got married, we call ourselves babies. If you see our wedding picture, I go, oh my God, look at those babies.
Well, that and the other thing was my friends or roommates and stuff I had one roommate who was in a serious relationship, and I think they did get married. I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. The couple that lived upstairs in my apartment in Hockey.
Vaguely.
I can't think of his name.
Okay.
Then there was a couple other guys that I had one who was a playboy, and I had a high school friend. He was a nightmare, and he wasn't a nightmare. He was just lost, and that was everything. W. He was everything that I wanted to be, but I didn't want to be. And I guess from those experiences of those two friends of mine, and then you had R, who was my roommate. He was kind of like W, and was the ladies' man, but the one guy from high school, he was clueless, and he had some other issues with his family. Then my other roommate R, he was the same way, but he was a little bit more mature. But here's the thing: I didn't want that.
You didn't want a revolving door.
No, I didn't. I didn't want a revolving door.
It's too hard.
Yeah, it was too hard. It made it. Keeping everything straight and all that drama. I'm not a drama person. I don't like drama.
Mm-mm. Like, I don't like it. Part of the reason everything up to this point in our relationship, in our dating life, we didn't know it, but I was bipolar at the time. And that came 5 years after we were married. We'd been together 10 years when the diagnosis came through. And a lot of the stuff that Joe liked about me was getting hidden as time went on by the bipolar.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because like you said in the last video, you said I wanted an artist. The reason I wanted somebody who was an artist because they think. See, I'm more of a logical person, like A equals B equals C.
You're linear in thought,
yes,
and I am lateral in thought.
Lateral. That's good. I like that. But
that's what they call creative thinking now, is lateral thinking.
They call it lateral. Nice. All right. Well, yeah, that makes sense. That's what I was looking for. Is somebody who was lateral in thinking, because it would be it wouldn't be a copy of me.
Yeah, I didn't want anybody. My entire family's like, why are you dating? They were all Italian, and the fact that I did not date an Italian was a bit of a scandal with my grandparents for a hot minute, with my grandma. She's like, why isn't he Italian? I said, because I didn't meet an Italian boy, Grandma. I met an Irish one. Oh, well, he still goes to church. That's good enough. Yeah, I know.
Nice.
We'll get into that later.
I got a whole story on that. Just going to church.
Oh, I was like, wait,
being religious. Let's just say that.
Yeah, we're not. Sorry if that's offensive.
Yeah. If you're interested, at some point in time we'll do a video on where I came from and where I am now with that.
Yeah, where we both came from. We were both raised in the Roman Catholic Church, so
yeah,
we're recovering.
So we're talking about our relationship.
Yeah, but all of this plays into the relationship.
Well, yeah, that is true. That is true.
I think the funniest part of all of these videos, and the best part of all the videos, is we start on a topic and then we banter our way through it. That's our relationship.
Yeah.
Like, we are, quite frankly, each other's favorite person. And in order to do that, you have to invest
time and effort.
Time, effort, desire, want.
Yeah.
You have to want, and you have to choose this. That's why we still say yes to us every day.
Yeah. Even when it gets hard.
Especially when it gets hard, because marriage didn't change the good times, it changed the bad times.
Yeah, you're right. Good times are easy. The hard times are the hard times.
That's where you know where you're at. If you've really made choices that are going to succeed or make you feel good and healthy the rest of your life. I mean, we've gone through crises there's a new crisis every year, it seems like now.
Yeah, there is a crisis every year, and it's always different.
Yeah, like medical or job or kids,
Bankruptcies,
money,
yeah.
all that stuff. I've talked with people and they're like, how are you still married to the same person? I'm like,
Well, that's the thing. That's one thing I've noticed. You have to commit to the person.
every day and every iteration of that person.
Yeah. Like there's things that I do that she doesn't appreciate, and probably vice versa. But you have to set that stuff aside and
Well, okay, here's a question. What do I do today that irritates you? What have I done lately?
nothing.
I'm just asking because I'm nosy.
No, nothing really. Most of my irritations are from outside, and that's what most of it is the outside stuff.
Just knocking on your door.
Yeah, it's just like knocking on your door, like let me in, let me in, let me in,
Lower the blinds.
let me in, let me in. You know, if it wasn't for that stuff, I don't know where.
Yeah, but this year's crises came from inside the house. I herniated a disc in my back 4 months ago. I was bedridden for 6 weeks.
And everything around that was the drama for the year.
Yeah. Like, it's stuff you don't anticipate, but if you don't build a strong foundation when you're in the beginning of the relationship, and I'm talking everything. Like, when we were getting married, do you remember the pre-Cana education we had to go through
Oh
at the
yeah,
church?
that was a joke. Sorry.
It was. The part with the priest was a joke, but do you remember meeting with a married couple?
Oh yeah. We had the letters that we wrote.
Yeah.
To ourselves.
To ourselves a year after our marriage. And we still have them somewhere.
I have them.
I think they're in a box in the garage.
I think they're in my binder.
Oh.
So, all right. Well,
as you see, we like each other. We talk.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the biggest secret is I still like you.
Awesome. I still like you. All right, we're gonna stop this video right here. So if you are interested, give us a thumbs up or a like.
Give us a follow, subscribe.
Yeah, leave a comment or questions you might have.
Absolutely.
So we can tell you what we would done. And like I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but this is our life. This is what's worked for us, and might not work for you. And we're not therapists in any way. So, like I said, give us a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe for more content. All right. We're going to say goodbye from Still Saying Yes to Us. Ciao.
Ciao. All right, I gotta pee.